solo board gaming night here, and today I'm going to be unboxing G.I. Joe the Deck Building Games expansion, Shadow of the Serpent. I also have the promo box, which I'm actually curious to see what's inside of this one. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and remove this shrink wrap. I'm really curious as to see what the actual little command center backdrop's going to look like. I really don't know what to expect. As far as the cards, I got a general idea of what I'm going to be getting here, but let's just take a look and see what's inside. Alright. Well, here's the command center, and let's see. Oh. Okay, I see where you get to punch out the holes where the peak holes would go, or the little small windows, I suppose. And it's just a visual thing. It's not going to change the gameplay up at all whatsoever. It's just going to make the command center look cool. And then finally, the promo cards. I think they accidentally just gave me 2 instead of 1. So let's see what that's about. Alright, so the first card is Solo Snake Eyes. Now this one's going to go into the actual main deck where you get to purchase off the market. And this one as well, as a matter of fact, it's not a promotable leader, but it is one that is very powerful and you could add to your main deck. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool overall. I do like it. And here, as I look at this one, I can clearly see that I think they accidentally gave me 2 copies of the same card. I don't know what to do with that. I'll probably have to contact Renegade or just, I guess, have an extra for myself. I don't know. Well, moving on. Well, I guess here comes the main event, the one that I've been waiting for quite some time. I pre-ordered this game quickly once I saw it on the actual website. And I'm really curious to see what's gonna be included inside and how it's gonna change the game up. Right off the bat, I could tell that the art, I just love the way it looks. It looks really, really cool. A little dark on the sides here, but still really neat. It has like this shiny effect on it, which I think it's really cool, but I'm pretty sure just by the look of it, it's gonna look really nice on the shelf right next to the original core box. I really like the way it looks. Oh, check that. That's so cool. I really like that. Oof, it's almost like it doesn't want to open up. Alright, there you go, finally. Let's see, there's a little ad for the Transformers deck building game. It's not my favorite game, but there is fun to be had, and here's the role-playing for both G.I. Joe and the Power Rangers, and in the back, the Power Ranger deck building game, which unfortunately I've not had a chance to play, but I do like Heroes of the Grid. Well, here's the rule book. Hopefully the rule book is written better than the actual core game, because that rule book for the original game was all sorts of terrible, absolutely terrible. But yeah, it's not long. It just looks like letting you know what gets added here, and it's only 10 pages, so it's going to be a really, really easy read. So yeah, with that out of the way, this is the command center. This is what makes me the most curious of all. I really, really am curious at how the game is going to change with this inclusion of the actual command center. I think it's really cool. I guess you got to pay that amount to flip it over, and then you get access to that ability. I don't know. It's what it seems like to me anyways, but I guess only time will tell. It does get me really, really excited, because if you watched my top 10 list, you know that G.I. Joe deck building game made it on the list, and it made it on the list for a reason. I really do like G.I. Joe the deck building game, and I just can't wait to see how this expansion is implemented into the core game, and how I know we're going to get new stories and all, but I'm just curious to see how the new gameplay is going to change the game. I mean, this is, in my opinion, a big change. Just adding the command center alone, it's a big deal. And I think it's going to change the way you play the game. I wonder if it's going to be restricted to the new missions, or if I'm going to be able to integrate them with the old missions as well. It seems like if I do, it might make those missions easier. I don't know. That's just like, I'm kind of guessing that. Not too sure about it yet. And then here are the deck of cards that we're going to be adding to the core boxers. Let's see what's this about. Hold on. Actually thinking about it, I think it's probably going to be better to put some background music while I go through the deck of cards. So why don't I go ahead and get that started. And now it brings us to the actual story missions, the new 2 story missions included in this expansion. Before I get anywhere though, let's go ahead and just take a look at the insert and let's acknowledge how beautiful the insert looks. It doesn't need to have art in it, but its art there is beautiful. That's what I'm going to use to store all of the story missions. Looks beautiful. I love it. With that out of the way, let's get right back to these story mission cards. Now, I do not want to spoil myself, so I will do the same thing I did with the cards before, and let's put some background music to it. Here we go. And that's it. Those are all the story mission cards. I'm sorry if I didn't talk about them. It's just that I don't want to spoil myself when it comes to what this game's going to bring. I really like feeling like surprised when I'm playing the game. And this game, I like it so much. I want to be surprised. So, yeah, that's it. That was what's inside of the new expansion for G.I. Joe, The Shadow of the Serpent. I'm really excited to review it and look into it. And I just want to say thank you so much for spending time with me. This was Solo Board Gaming Night. Have a great game. Take care.